Hello, we're back on Edpuzzle. And here you go. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope this is working out for you. Send me an email as to how it's working for you and what I can change, okay? But as for now, this is what I'm stuck with. As promised yesterday, you're going to be solving linear equations today. And sometimes we think these are easy, and sometimes they can be kind of challenging. Okay, for today, we're going to solve linear equations. And how do I solve a linear equation involving fractions? And how do I identify equations with no solution or all real numbers? Ready? Let's go. Okay, solving equations. When solving equations, we simplify. Okay, you simplify the expressions on each side of the equation using the order of operations. Then once you have everything simplified, we're going to solve in the reverse order of operations. I don't know if you ever knew that, but when you're solving, you're actually going backwards. So PEMDAS backwards. Okay. Some of you have done enough of these so that it's just, you just know, you don't have to think about it. So first, we're going to simplify everything as much as possible, which involves the distributive property. So we get 2x minus 8x plus 5x is equal to negative 22. Then we simplify by adding, there's no x there. Then we simplify by adding all our like terms. So that'll be 7x minus 8 is equal to negative 22. So we've simplified. Nothing else can be simplified. Then we start solving. In solving, instead of using PEMDAS, we're going to go backwards. So we're going to do the addition first. And then we do the division. Okay, so that's going to be negative 14. And then we're going to do the multiplication. And x is equal to negative 2. All right. Next. No solution is when you do everything right and you end up with an equation that's always false. Do everything right and we get down to it and you get 5 is equal to 7, then there's no solution. If you do everything right and you get something that is always true, like 5 is equal to 5 or 0 is equal to 0, negative 8 is equal to negative 8, then any variable will work. So it's the variable can be any number. So we say that it's all real numbers. No, that was from yesterday. Yeah, that was from yesterday also. Okay, here we go. I'm going to solve this. And when we're working with these, sometimes students get a little freaked out because we have fractions going on here. So, like I said, there's no such thing as division. So we're not going to try to divide by this. We're actually going to be multiplying by the reciprocal. So we'll multiply both sides by negative 16 over 31. Multiply this side by negative 16 over 31. Okay, so the negative 16s cancel, the 31 cancels, and we end up with n. And on this side, we have a negative 16 over 31 times 93 over 80. Now you can multiply that straight across, which would make it really messy, and then you have to reduce. Or you can see, I can see that 31 is a common factor for this, so that goes into 1 time. 31 goes into 93 3 times. How convenient. Okay, and then 16 goes into 80 5 times. So 16, negative 1, don't lose the negative sign, that's a 5. So n is equal to negative 1 times 3 over 1 times 5. All right, and if they don't reduce, you still have to just multiply straight across. All righty. Okay, we're going to solve this. So we simplify first. That means we, look at each side separately. This will be 16m minus 8 is equal to negative 136. At the 8, remember we have to do the addition before we do the multiplication. So we add the 8. 16m is equal to negative 128. And then we're going to be multiplying by the reciprocal 1 over 16. And m is equal to negative 128 over 16. I know 4 goes into that. 4, 32, 4 again. So 16 does go into 128. Or you can just do 4 twice. 4, and then there'll be 32, and then 4 again, and that'll be 8. So this will be negative 8. Okay. All right, now we're going to simplify each side first. And there's nothing to distribute, so I'm going to combine my like terms. This is 6a minus 3 is equal to a, not negative 16, negative 3, that's negative 19, plus 1 is negative 18. So subtract the a from both sides, add the 3 to both sides, and I get 5a is equal to negative 15. How convenient. Divide by 5. A is equal to negative 3. All right. We'll do one more of these, and I think we're pretty much done. Much better than yesterday when the video was too long. Okay, so we're going to distribute the negative 8. So negative 40x is equal to 27 plus 3x. Combine my like terms, I get negative 32x minus 8 is equal to 27 plus 3x. I like to keep my x positive, so I'm going to add the 32x to both sides. Subtracting the 27 from both sides. And I get negative 35 is equal to 35x. So x is equal to negative 1. All right, so here's another one with fractions, and I'm going to show you that we're going to have to clear the fraction. Okay, so we're going to clear the fraction, and we're going to find the LCD, the least common multiple of 7, 5, and 27. I mean, not 27, but 245. So I'm going to break down 245 and see what I get. I get a 5, that's a 20, no, sorry, 5 is going to be a 49, and that's going to be a 7 and a 7. Okay, and then I have a 7 and a 5. So that means this is going to be perfect here. So I'm going to be multiplying, since this is 5, right? I want the whole thing to be all over 245. This is 245. And then this is going to be over 245. And this is over 245. Well, I didn't do anything in here, so I leave that the same. This looks like I'm going to need a 49 times 49, right? Because I'm missing this portion because I have the 5. So multiply this by 49. And 49 times 6, 4, 5, 24. That's right. 294. And this I'm going to multiply by the whole 245 over 245. So get 245 over 245, which is 1. And since now I have one of the 7s, I need a 35. I need to multiply this by 35. And that doesn't look too fun to do, but okay. Well, that's 5, 4, 27, 31. 31 and 35. It's 5, 6, it's 60. 665. Now, since I have the whole denominator the same, the cool part about that is I can just get rid of all of that. Okay, I've got an R here. All right, so then I have 665R plus 245 is equal to 294R minus 73. You see how I did that? Okay. Now I'm going to subtract 294R, 294R. That's gone. Subtract 245, subtract 245. This is going to give me 371R. And it's going to be 8, 1, 3. I hope that's right. Let me check my calculator. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So then we finish off by dividing by 371, 371. And this is a prime number, so we can't reduce. All right. Okay. Indicate whether the equation has no solution or is true for all real numbers, and if neither is the case, solve for variable. All right, so we're going to see what we get here. We're just going to solve it and see if we get something that's always true or never true. Okay. So So 9x minus, and that's negative and negative, that's a plus 15. That would be a negative 9x is equal to 15. Combine my like terms, that's a 0. So 15 is equal to 15. That's always true. So this is all real numbers. Okay. I'm not going to do another one of these, but if you got like negative 15 is equal to positive 15, then that would be no solution. All right, this was a pretty simple lesson, so I'm going to leave that here. I forgot one more thing here. Solving for y. You guys know how to do that, right? So, let's see here. I'll just sneak this in here. I didn't prepare this on my Google slide, but if you had 4x minus 3y is equal to, let's see, 21. Okay, you're solving for y. The directions will say solve for y, like you're solving for slope-intercept form. Solve for y. You would first leave the y there, so we need to move the 4x to the other side. Negative 3y is equal to negative 4x plus 21. These are not like terms. So then we're going to divide by negative 3 on each piece here. And then we're going to get y is equal to 4 positive 4/3. So negative divided by negative is still positive. And then minus 7. 21 divided by negative 3. All right, I'm done. Hope to see you soon. I'll see how my COVID test turns out. They say I can get it maybe in 24 hours. I don't know.